So good morning, my dear brothers. Welcome to our biomedical ethics class. In our last class, we tried to understand the different types of transplantation, namely autograft, which is within the same self. I can take my tissues, my things from my body and replace it in another part of my own body. That is autograft. And second is esograft, which is possible, compatible between two identical twins. In the case of twins, it is very easy and possible. And third type of transplantation is same species of within human race. Any from male or from female, you can take and we can exchange. There is no problem. But it should be within human species. And final, xenograft or so-called xenotransplantation. That is possible even from animal beings. We can take a particular organ or particular part of the body and we can place it and in our human beings. This is what we had learned on our last class. Today we shall deal with three categories of living organ donation, or so-called three types of living organ donation. So there are three categories, namely directed donation, non-directed donation, paired donation. Now, what is directed donation or direct donation? The donor specifically chooses who will receive the organ of the transplant. The example I would like to give is my uncle's son is Brother Ravi. My uncle's son is Brother Ravi. Now he is in need of a lung. His one lung is in problem. They have already removed and he is looking for another lung to be replaced in his body. I am being his relative. I wish, my desire to donate one of my lung to my uncle's son who is Brother Ravi. So we both of us go to the organ donation center, and we sign up the petition. We both of us, not only myself, he also has to come, and both of us sign a petition. And I promise, in my statement that I am willing to donate one of my organ because he happened to be my cousin, my uncle's relative, my uncle's relative. So I want that his life be saved. So I am willing to give. So this is direct. I know the person to whom I am going to donate. Moreover, he is my relative. So I have the donor as the freedom and choice to choose in direct donation. I know the person to whom I am going to give, how he is related to my family, how he is related to myself. So I choose the recipient, one who receives. One who receives the organ, I choose him and I go and sign up. Then we do, of course, go to the hospital and do officially, by the surgeons. That is directed donation. And second, non-directed donation. Now, what is non-directed donation? The donor is neither related to nor known by the person in need. The donor does not know to whom he is going to donate his organ. Neither they are his relatives. The donor has no idea to whom he is going to relate. He or she makes the donation out of selfless reasons. He has come forward to donate his organ because he just want to sacrifice of himself, of his organ in saving another life. You give blood, right? Blood donation, once in 3 months or 5 months or 6 months. So our duty, your generous is to give blood, but we don't know to whom, how, when your blood is used. We just give to the blood bank, and the blood bank will see that your blood is being used for the people, to save their life, maybe during in the surgical operation or during pregnancy, delivery of the child, or while in accident, or some cases, some critical cases where they lose a lot of blood in the accident. As soon as they are admitted, they look for the blood group. So when already the blood is in stock in the blood bank, it is easy for them to take and treat the person and save the person's life. So our duty as a generous man, we give the blood, but we don't know to whom it is being used. Sometimes we don't know even to our own relatives. You don't know. Sometimes when they meet accident and they happen to admit in the same hospital, imagine our blood is given to them. So we don't know the purpose to whom it is going. But finally, it is going to human beings and is being used. That is for sure. Our blood or anything that we donate, it is being used for another person to save another life. So here, the donor is neither related to nor known by the person in need. He or she makes the donation out of selfless reasons. Okay, simply just close the eyes. Okay, I have come forward. I'm voluntary now. To give myself my organ. The recipient is determined primarily by medical compatibility. The one who receives depends on the list that they have registered in the in the hospital or in the organ center. According to the gravity and need and according to the date, those who are registered first or those who have been waiting years and years, they are given the priority. They are given the priority. So the medical team, they decide to whom your organ should reach or should transplant. Okay, that is non-directed donation. And third is paired donation. This is mainly kidney. Okay, it is mainly kidneys. However, there are also exceptions. I shall explain. However, there are also, other than kidneys, they also can exchange. Sometimes a loved one may want to donate a kidney to their blood type, but their blood type is incompatible. Sometimes is my sister or it is my brother. I want to donate something, but then there's a problem with the blood group. Blood group and blood cells doesn't match between me and my own brother or between me and my own sister. Okay. Some transplant centers will help incompatible pairs of a recipient or the donors through a process called paired exchange. I have put a paired exchange. Okay, I shall explain. Which involves 2 living donors and 2 recipients. So there are totally 4 of them. Okay, the medical team will search for another couple, another pair, and they have a mutual talk and understanding. Then finally they exchange. I shall explain how they do it. The recipient from one pair is compatible with the donor from the other pair, the vice versa. The transplant center may arrange for a swap. SWAP, swap. Swap is an act of exchanging one thing for another. I give this, in return you give that to my brother or sister, my wife or my girlfriend. Okay, I shall explain now. For 2 simultaneous transplants to take place, this allows 2 transplant candidates to receive organs and 2 donors to give organs through the original recipient or the donor pairs were unable to do so with each other. Okay, I shall you see the picture. Now let us take an example. This is Naveen and this is Maria. Now Naveen and Maria both are lovers. This example, Naveen and Maria, both they are loving each other. They give life to each other. That is what you call extent of their love. That is what you call seriousness of their love. Now Maria, after undergoing an examination in the hospital, found that one of her lung is not functioning. It's to be replaced immediately. Okay, it's to be placed. She is crying and she does not know what to do, whom to approach, and she is afraid to tell even parents. The parents may be restless, and they have no money also, to pay so much in the hospital, for your lung. Finally, as a confidential and believing in her lover, the lover is Naveen. Naveen had gone to hospital for examination of my health, and the doctors have found that one of my lung is not functioning, not in good condition. I don't know what to do. Then, out of emotion and with a true love for her, don't worry, Maria, I am there to help you out. I shall donate, I shall sacrifice my lung to you so that you may live more. You may live longer. That is sometimes maybe reality in real couples also. That is a selfless love. The real love comes between the lovers or even the couples. Okay. So Naveen says, I am ready. Okay, Maria, I am ready to give or sacrifice one of my lung. Okay, Now what happens? Maria takes Naveen. Where? To the hospital. Now before giving his lung, donating, he has to also undergo a checkup or examination of his body, whether his body is in condition, whether he is in the state of giving or not. The body conditions has to apply, and it has to be in proportion with other things. Okay. Now Naveen goes along with the Maria to consult a doctor. Now after the consultation, the doctor says, "I am really sorry, Maria. Your boyfriend Naveen, who wanted to give you a lung, he is also being affected. The reason is, he's a chain smoker. Also, he takes good what you call good times in a day, at a day, what he takes alcohol, also what you call takes sometimes drugs. Now as a result, his lung is already, there is no hope or there is no meaning in taking his lung and what you call planting in your body. It doesn't serve you the purpose." Now what happens? Maria is once again, the depression, sorrow. My boyfriend was the only what you call a remedy, I thought, but then my boyfriend also is not fit. His body, his body's organs are not in a good condition or in a good state to give or to save my life. They both are crying. Naveen also, after knowing the fact, oh my God, I should have not smoked. I should not taken any liquor, so that I could have, by now my lung would have been okay to sacrifice. But then things are over. Even his lung is damaged. He can't give to his what you call beloved girlfriend Maria. Now what they do? Again they consult. "Doctor, please help us. I'm ready to pay any amount. Please help me that my girlfriend Maria be saved, okay, that she may live longer." Now the doctor says, "Well, if that is the condition, I shall give another suggestion, another idea, okay. Last week, another couple came to me, not couple, another friends, sisters. Example, Ronnie and Isabel. They both came and what you call, they also want, help each other, because being sisters in the family, Ronnie and Isabel, they want to have exchange, or they want to have change. For example, Isabel is having a kidney failure. Isabel has kidney failure, okay. And Ronnie wants to donate one of her kidney to Isabel. Now what happens? Ronnie is already lost one kidney. Now she is living with only one. Now when she consults the doctor says that cannot be. Both the kidneys removed from the body. No. Tomorrow we are going, same moment or same day, we are going to die. That is not possible. Practically, I understand your desire, your willingness to donate, your one of her kidney to Isabel, but you yourself have only one kidney. How are you going to give? Even if you give, we are not going to live tomorrow. We are going to die the same day. Ronnie does not know what to do. Neither Isabel wants now. No. If that costs your life, I don't want your what you call the kidney. I shall leave what I have. Then again they consult the doctor. Doctor says, I know another couple named Naveen and Maria. They have also issues. Okay, they also have issues. If you can exchange something with them, they can exchange with you. That is act of swap. SWAP. That is an act of exchanging one thing for another. Now, Naveen, being a chain smoker, drunkard, etc., his lung is damaged, but the kidney is okay. Kidney is still okay, functioning. Now, Naveen says, I shall give one of my kidney to Isabel. But in return, Ronnie, who has got two lungs, they are good condition. They are in good condition, shall give one lung to Maria, my girlfriend. Do you get me what I want to say? This is called paired donation, mainly kidneys, but also depends on the health condition and the physician's advice. They have to follow. Doubts we will ask. Okay, doubts we will clarify after the class. But this is called paired donation or exchange between one couple to another, or one pair to another. I give this, in return we have to give what we are lacking. Okay, because we both are not compatible. My lung doesn't function in my girlfriend's, but your lung might function, or it is a fit, or it will work out in my girl. So you give this, and in return I shall give one of my organ to you. So that is a mutual agreement and what you call understanding between the two pair. Okay, that is called paired donations. Okay, you get me what I want to say? Good, thank you. Also I have put, I don't know if you follow the line, I have put not compatible. No, is Naveen and Maria want to give, but they are not compatible. Also Rani want to give heirs to Isabel, no, the kidney, but then it is not compatible. Okay, it is not matching or it is not possible due to their own health issues and health risk. Okay, good. Now we shall learn some guiding principles that is given by WHO. What is it? World Health Organization for the what we call human organ transplantation. Okay, we shall have a short look at them. First guiding principle: organs may be removed from the bodies of a deceased person. Deceased persons, you understand? No, person who is died, no more. They are called deceased family or deceased person for the purpose of transplantation if, number one, A, any consents required by law are obtained, okay, and B, there is no reason to believe that the deceased person objected to such removal in the absence of any formal consent given during the person's lifetime. Okay, sure that organs can be removed, can be used from the dead man, provided the dead man already has signed while he was alive. He has signed a statement, agreement that such after my death, let my organs be used for this hospital or for this person. Sure, he has a desire and he has a will, he has the rights to do it. Okay, and in case the deceased person or the dead person has not written, has not left any statement in the paper, if he has not signed anything, it is not what you call advisable or to use organs without the permission. Now, whom he has to ask the permission? The doctors. Whom they have to ask permission? Parents or the guardians. Okay, without their knowledge, consent, you cannot remove the organs from the dead body. Okay. And second guiding principle: physicians determining that the death of a potential donor has occurred should not be directly involved in organ removal, the donor, and the subsequent transplantation procedures, or be responsible for the care of potential recipients of such organs. Okay. The physicians also should not misuse. When the person is dead, you shall not simply convince the parents or guardians to do any commercial or to do any business, to do any what you call money making. Okay, it should be genuine case. It should be natural death. You can't what you call do any harm in the what you call in the operation theater, in the surgical, so that the person may die and I can what you call look for the organs by convincing the relatives and parents. No, he also should be responsible. Should respect the patient's his condition and treat as much as he can only. And in the case of he can't do anything, while treating, by all means, if he is dying, sure, then he has to respect and what you call. You can ask them, but there are his intention should be clear. I'm operating so that he could die or he will die, so that I can claim for the organs. No, that should not be doctor's intention. If a patient dies by naturally when there are no proper his health conditions are so risk and doctors have done their best, but still they can't save, that is different thing. But then doctor should make sure that they don't do it, they don't operate so that he dies. No, that should not be the the idea of the what you call surgeons who are at the hospital. And third is, organs for transplanting should be removed preferably from the bodies of deceased persons. However, adult living persons may donate organs, but in general such donors should be genetically related to the recipients. Exceptions may be made in the case of a transplantation of bone marrow and other acceptable regenerative tissues. Okay, suppose you remove the organs from the deceased person and you don't know to whom to give. You don't know to whom to give, you throw them away in the dustbin. Or you know the person, you want to give it to him, but you cannot examine his body's health and his body's vertical condition. After removing the organs from the dead body, and you are what you call finding difficulty to place in the recipient, because the recipient is not in what you call in matching, or is not incompatible, then what you do? You have to look for somebody, or within the short time you have to transplant, otherwise organs will die. It has got the limited hour of no survival after removal from the body. They may remain for 8 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours. It depends on each organ. So after removing, the physician, then he should not find a fault in the recipient's health. One who receives, saying, okay, oh my God, I thought your body will accept, will match, but now it is not matching now. No, that should not be. He has to analyze both the cases, donor, from the donor as well as the recipient. He has to analyze and examine both their bodies and make sure all are function. Everything is all right for the good transplantation and the good successful. Okay. And the fourth guiding principle: no organ should be removed from the body of a living minor for the purpose of transplantation. It is the medical ethics and the medical. The law is from the minor, they are not authorized to do anything without the knowledge of their parents or the guardians. Okay, this is very important. But in India, in other countries, many times, the human rights and their freedom is being violated. They go for some test and finally, they are not respected. The hospital, they are respected, especially the poor and the marginalized. When they go to hospital for some treatments, their rights are not, respected or taken into consideration. They are simply convinced and they are made out of force and threat to donate, for money. But then, that human rights and the free will is not there in many cases. Okay, it is being threatened or sometimes brainwashed for some other purpose. Okay. Guiding principle 5: the human body and its parts cannot be subject of commercial transactions. Very clearly we said from the very beginning, our human body has to be respected and it has got its dignity. We can't make it just for like machines. Buying computers, I'm selling this many computers to this many states or this many countries or this many shops. Our human body is not a machine, no robot, or is a living being, living organ. It has to be respected. Never imagine or never do it in the line with the commercial and making money. That is very clear from the part of WHO. Now, guiding principle 6: advertising the need for or availability of the organs with a view to offering or seeking payment should be prohibited. Now there are people, in the paper there are a lot of advertisements, a lot of about the job, about the other employments, or need of a driver, need of a cook, need of a teacher, need of a professor in the school. It's a lot of advertisements. We can't give just as we give other purpose advertisement in the case of donation or seeking organs in the newspaper. We can't reveal. We can't reveal this kind of things, and you can't also say, I'm looking for an organ, I'm ready to pay 1 lakh rupees. If you publicly put it in the newspaper, it is against the law. It's a crime. Okay, it is not allowed to give advertisement, the papers and magazines, that you are looking for an organ, and I am able to pay such an amount, and finally you give your contact number. So police will come and take you. Okay, please don't do any advertising. If you want to go approach the medical hospitals, the medical centers and organ center, there register your name. Okay, register your name, and they will take into consideration, and they will keep updating. If there is any availability, any people who are donating, if it is matching with your blood group, sure that they are going to call you and they will do the needful. But never ever go making a publicity. I am in need of a lung, I am in need of a kidney, please help me, I shall pay this much amount. You shall not do it publicly, in the newspapers or magazines. And you promise a payment. You also pay promise a payment. This cannot be done openly in public. Okay, but you should go through the hospitals and whatever the conditions and laws of the present the ruling government. Guiding principle 7: it should be prohibited for physicians and other professionals to engage in organ transplantation procedures if they have reason to believe that the organ concerned have been subject of commercial transactions. Okay, it should be prohibited for physicians and other professionals to engage in organ transplantation procedures. And if they are there are so many doctors and agents whom we come across. They are much aware and they have much access and lot of data is within them, because we go and register and come back. And then later, thousands of people and clients and patients, they go and register with the physicians and center. So having known all this data and fact, they know who is in need of whom, and they can't promise them for another purpose like commercial again, beyond what's supposed to they ask, or beyond the payment of the government. Whatever the government fixes, that is the payment they have to make it. They can't go beyond the payment or misuse whatever they have in the organ donation center. And the guiding principle 8, it should be prohibited for any person or a facility involved in organ transplantation procedures to receive any payment that exceeds a justificable fee for the service rendered. As I said, what is being asked to pay, what is being asked to collect, only that amount you have to collect. You can't go for collecting excess, since because you are helping them, you are helping them at the medical center, hospital to do the transplantation. We can't go beyond the fees, what is reasonable, what is fixed by the government, what is fixed by the private hospitals. We can't, since you are a doctor, you are operating, you are promising them a good health, you are promising them long life by transplanting. We can't demand them more money than what is just. Guiding principle 9, in the light of the principles of the distributive justice and equity, donated organs should be made available to patients on the basis of medical need and not on the basis of financial and the other considerations. As I said, whatever we donate at the blood group, be it blood or be it our organs, should be used for the good purpose of the society, of the people who are in need of, who are looking for the particular blood group or the particular organ. You should reach them, but without making any commercial or any other financial. We have a case here. The case is unethical organ harvesting in China. What went wrong? There's a religious organization, called Falun Gong. Falun Gong is a group of religious organization or a movement. Now, it was found in the year 1990 in China, but the communist government did not like them. The government did not like them because of their views, and they were a bit against government laws. So a study proved that tens of thousands of people who belong to this organization or this religious movement called Falun Gong, they were taken as prisoners, not exactly by the government, but by some of the agents or some of the people who were against this religious movement. They were taken as prisoners, and they have been killed. And their organs were taken out and made in the commercial, as a business. When their bodies were misused or abused. That is the data information given in the in the Wikipedia. There are a lot of sources. Now you go through in the internet, type Falun Gong, you have a lot of information about their religious movement, their activities, how the communist government didn't like their views, because they were against the government in practicing their religious freedom, religious their rituals. So the government and other people, they were in a good line with this religious movement. So it is said and believed that thousands of people from that religious movement, they were forcefully taken to prison, and they were killed, and their organs were taken, and they were misused. They were misused. Falun Gong practitioners were held against their will. They were held against their will and kept as prisoners. Organs were harvested. Organs were harvested against the prisoner's will. We have learned in Nuremberg Code, 1948. Remember how the prisoners in the Nazi camp, they were treated as animal beings, and without giving their respect and dignity. They were without their free will. They were tortured, and they are being experimented. They were being experimented. So similarly like this, So organs were taken from the living humans and used for commercial transactions. Now, what does the WHO say? It is extremely unethical and it violates all guiding principles of fundamental human rights and values. No. Okay, good. Now our next topic is cadaveric organ donation. As I said, cadaveric, you understand the term cadaveric? A dead person, no? Person who is dead, no more. So there are some historical aspects with regard to the cadaver transplantation here in India, okay, in our country in India. According to the source that I have found in the books and from the internet, in 1967, the first successful cadaver kidney was transplanted in India at KEM Hospital, King Edward Memorial Hospital at Bombay. Okay, that was the first attempt with regard to the transplantation of kidney from a dead man. Again, in 1994, we have another successful story. There is a transplantation of heart done in AIIMS, All India Institute of Medical Science at New Delhi. Okay, the second successful story of transplantation of heart was done in AIIMS in the year 1994. And in 95, we have a first successful multi-organ transplant done at Apollo Hospital, Chennai. You understand the term multi-organ? No, more than one organ, at a time. And again in 98, first successful lung transplant done at Madras Medical Mission Hospital, Chennai. Okay. Again 1999, first pancreas transplant done at Ahmedabad. Okay. These are the historical events that took place with regard to the human organ transplantation. Okay. And we have also some data that I took from the internet. Each research shows different different results. However, I have taken a result of one research. Over 100 transplants done in last 5 months. Okay, the report is of 100 transplant that is done, done within last 5 months. Let us see organ donation in numbers. The year 2019 in Mumbai, it stands with 41 organ donations. Okay, I mean in the state of Maharashtra altogether it is 72. In the city of Mumbai alone, 41. Mumbai is crowded. A lot of population in Mumbai. Okay, a lot of people are waiting to give, also waiting to receive. There are thousands of organ donors and recipients. There are also many agents who do it legally with the permission of the government. Okay, and 2018 the number is 48, and the whole state it was 136. Again in 2017, the Mumbai stands again with the 48 donation. As a whole, it is 133. In 1658, again 132. In 2015, 42 donations, and altogether 58. It had gone down. In 14, 41, and the whole state it is 43. Now a year, cadaver donations in some leading states between January and May last year. Between January and May. Okay, a lot of things this exchange and donations taking place during an accident. When the person is no more, what do you do with him? Better to donate his or her or their organs to someone's who is in great need, so that they may live. There are good many movies where the hero feels, my mom's heart is, or her organs are in another family, in another girl, in another boy, so he feels a sympathy and concern for that particular girl. Whenever he sees the actor, he feels, whenever I see you, I see my mother in you, because my mother has donated her eyes, her eyes to you. When I see your eyes, when I look into your eyes, I see my mother. Many movies, they are is picturized. So this is the data between between January and May 2019. So again, first stands Maharashtra. Okay, they have done 72 transplants. Okay, organs that they have received, harvested from different people are 384. Okay, in last 5 months of the last year, and Tamil Nadu stands second. They have done some 63 transplantation in last 5 months of 2019, and organs and tissues harvested were collected from different donors, especially what you call accident cases. Tamil Nadu, I think, in India stands first for the accident. Okay, Tamil Nadu stands first. I think suppose a lot of accidents, road accidents. And the parents do not know what to do. Finally, they are convinced and they give their sons and daughters or who are relatives. They donate at the private hospital or the government or the organ center. Again, Telangana, they have done 64 transplantation, and the organs and tissues what they collected are 225. Okay, this is the data that I collected from internet. If you look different survey, different data, they have different numbers. May not be the same what I have collected. It can vary. Okay, every month or every year, every research, the team that they undertake, they collect the data from each hospital. It can vary also sometime. Where there can be slight difference also. Okay, not be the exact. Then it's what we more or less average. This is what is taking place in our country. Okay. Now let us move to next topic. Same topic, what you call a cadaver organ donation. Now, what is cadaver organ donation? The donation of organs and tissues after death is a generous act. As I said, after death of my son, I'm sure I'm going to bury him. I'm sure I'm going to cremate him. But then let these organs, let these things be used in someone's life, so that someone have another life, possibility of living longer. So the parents usually they decide, with after consulting and after being convinced by the doctors and the relatives, sure they donate their their son's organs to someone at the hospital. It is really a generous act that we have to appreciate the parents, or the relatives who are ready to accept and give. With regard to the cadaveric organ donation and transplantation, the main ethical issue include the concept of brain, okay, concept of brain death and the consent. Okay, people can donate organs after their death too. So here, what you're talking about, donating organs or removal of organs after death of a person. Okay, after death of person, mainly it's a brain death. Once the brain is dead, even if you live, there is no use in that. You are equal to a dead person. So they are with doctors. They make sure what you call the brain has stopped functioning. Okay, only after brain death they will do the procedures. Brain death occurs when the brain is totally and irreversibly non-functional. When completely it stops. Brain death is caused by not enough blood supply of oxygen, which causes the brain cells to die. Now, what is a brain death? Brain death is caused by not enough blood supply of oxygen, which causes the brain cells to die. That is a definition given by the what you call medical ethics, medical science of person's brain death. Brain death refers to the complete and irreversible, or so called permanent loss of the function of the brain as a consequence of the brain having died in its entirely, while intensive care and mechanical respiration initially keep the remaining parts of the body alive. All functions of the brain stem having permanently and irreversibly ceased, which is the valid criterion for death in many transplantation laws. It is a definition and the explanation given by the the medical team. Okay, sometimes your brain may be dead, but other parts of the organ may be alive, but still the person is not active, or he is unconscious. He does not know what he is doing, or we have to help him. To feed him, we have to open his mouth, we have to feed, again we have to close the mouth, because his brain is that the brain doesn't give command, no? Now you do open your mouth, okay, I open. Now brain is giving me command, close mouth, I close. Or the brain is giving me command, raise your hand, I raise. Brain is again commanding, no, the cells to put on my hand, I put on. But once the brain is dead, I don't receive. The organs or what other parts of the body doesn't receive any commands. The connections are being cut because there is no what you call a blood supply of oxygen, no, which is the cause of brain death. Once the brain is dead, you are equal to dead person, but you are alive. But that you can't do anything by yourself. Everything somebody has to come and do it for you. Okay, it's really pathetic and very difficult situation. Person who are of a brain death, a brain tumor, imagine. They undergo operation, but they're not successful. So the brain is dead, but you are alive. The person is alive, but the brain is dead. So equal that sometimes they go for mercy killing some places, and some cases depends. They have to get permission from the law, from the court. They got explained. They have to produce the permission of the statement of the doctor's treatment. Having consulted and gone through, then the court may issue, okay, now you can go for mercy killing or euthanasia. It all depends on the cases, okay? It's not that easy. But imagine the person who is of brain death, he is alive. Other organs are okay, but only brain is dead. Brain is dead. Like a CPU, we have what you call a system. Imagine there is no memory and there is the main part that which gives command for the system to operate. If it gets spoiled, sure, you do so much of a shutdown and a restart, you press all the buttons there in the computer, nothing is going to function. Equal that you go throw it in the dustbin, okay, is equal to our human body. Once the brain stops functioning, you're not a living being, although other parts are alive, but you are not equal to living being, okay. At present, brain death has ethically, legally been accepted for the procurement of vital organs for transplantations. Those who want to remove the organs and transplant in another person, it is enough that once the person is of brain death, sure that you have the permission and you are given permission to do the transplantation. You can remove and you can do it. Cadaveric donation comprises organ donation, that is taking organs. I have listed down like heart, lungs, kidneys, liver, pancreas, etc. Okay, these are the things that you can take from cadaveric donation. Once a person is dead, you can take all these organs from brain dead people, as well as tissue donation, meaning taking tissues, especially skin. You can take also skin. You can also take corneas, tendons, and bone, from the brain dead, as well as the heart dead people. Both. When it is a brain dead or even heart is dead, once heart dies, there is no circulation of blood. Sure that other organs also are not going to get the blood, and they also will not survive. So from the brain dead and heart dead people, we can take so much of organs and other tissues, like skin and tendons and bones, etc. The organ plant procedure from brain dead patients is beyond the scope of the pathologist, as it is done by surgeons in the operating theatre. Now, who is a pathologist? You know who is pathologist? Pathologist. A pathologist is a scientist, who studies the cause and effects of a disease. Who studies the cause and effects of a disease, especially one who examines at the laboratory samples of body tissue for a diagnostic or a forensic purpose. For the forensic purpose, one who at the mortuary, for example, the cause and effect of the person's death, they are called pathology, a pathologist. Okay. In a broader sense, however, pathologists are involved in cadaveric tissue donation as well as taking tissues from cadavers for diagnostic procedures within the framework of the autopsy. Okay? and to gather material for research and training of the students in the medical college, okay, and pathology residents, tissues and organs, etc. Infants with prolonged loss of consciousness must not be treated as they dead for the purpose of organ extraction or removal. Some infants who are unconscious, no, they are sometimes no. They are in the state of long unconscious. They don't know what they are doing, and they have to be helped by the parents. In that case, infants, no, minus below 18, they are not what you call. We can't treat them for the organ extraction. No, we can't even if the parents give permission. It's a bit complicated. In the case of minus, in the case of minus, those who are no unconscious or for the in the coma, in the state of coma for a long time. No, it can be months, it can be even years, but they are no kept in the hospital. But the food and the medicine is given everything through the oral, the pipe. Okay, but even in that situation, we cannot think of what you call removing their organs. No, thinking that the brain is dead or the heart is not functioning or no, it's no more. No, we can't do the case of minors where they are in the state of unconsciousness for a long time at the hospital. Okay.